Hey everybody, this is Scott with Going Ape Fireworks, and this is another edition of Ape Escape. Today what we're going to talk about is something that was brought up to my attention. I knew about it, but never really focused on it. And then after a little bit of conversation, a little bit of research, what I realized is children with sensories is kind of a bummer for them and for the families during the fireworks season. So what we decided to do is I did a little research, like I had said, and I'm going to do probably a couple of videos tomorrow, I'm thinking, or maybe even Friday. I will do another video and post a few different cakes that we have that are basically no noise. So color, that kind of stuff, and minimal noise that's not going to freak out a kid with sensories, which is a cool thing. So... and it'll definitely make it more enjoyable for everybody if you're not worried about it. So I'm going to go over a couple things that I have that I wanted to talk about today and kind of show you and explain how, what is a few things that you can do. And then there's obviously some more tomorrow. Just like our pets, we want to make sure that they're comfortable. We want to make sure our kids and our friends and family are as well, especially if this is something that does affect them on a daily basis, especially... I don't know exactly the studies. I think it was like 3 out of 5 kids, 3 out of 10 kids have sensory, some type of sensory things going on. So I figure that it's important. Macy, she has special needs. She has Downs. It doesn't affect her. Obviously, she does the sparklers and the snaps and stuff like that. Pretty minimal, but again, I can relate with a parent with special needs. So... with that being said, a couple things that we have that you can do is always sparklers, which sparklers, just throw a spark, always going to help them. What you could do is if they're worried about it being too close, you can get a broomstick, cut it down, a stick or something, and just duct tape the sparklers to the end of it so that they can hold it out further so they're not scared of it. So this is kind of a pretty cool sparkler here that we have. It is called the Jumbo Octopus. And this one's pretty cool. So, and again, this is not going to scare them. It's just a spark. So what you can do is you light that tip, and then basically you obviously can hold it out. And then when that rubber band melts, they all kind of spin around almost like a wind chime kind of. And it's basically a Jumbo Octopus. It's by Winda brand, which is cool, or $3 or something like that a piece. But that's one there. It shows you where to hold it, and it does give you a decent size stick. But like I said, it's definitely you can make it longer if you attach another stick to it. And then also after that, if you don't have anything like that, you can definitely just ask us at the store. We'll give you a tube or something like that from a shell, from a rocket that you could actually use and tape it to that too. So that's another one that's a good one is snakes. Those are always a good fun one and not really scary. No sparks or anything like that. That would be a good one that a kiddo would like there. I mean, who doesn't like snakes, right? Those are always good. Another one is, and there's literally no light to it. You basically it's a smoke grenade. You can get all different colors, and you can also get them to where they actually change colors. It just depends on which one we grab out of the box or which one you get. So literally just pull it, and it goes. Now, there is an ignition in here, and it does light. So you make sure you tell the kid to hold out, further out, okay? Won't burn them. That's a really good one too. These are the Magnum poppers, which they're very comparable to party poppers. These literally have no sparks at all. And I mean, the kids, kids like them. They're kind of a cool little easy thing to carry. You got your other set of sparklers. I mean, these ones I wouldn't recommend because they're too small. There's obviously the longer ones, but something comparable to this, because if you get the 36-inch Morning Glories, they do change effects and they crackle. Might scare the kiddos. So if you do, you want to make sure that maybe try one away to make sure it doesn't do the multiple effects that some of those do, to where it doesn't scare them. So that's there on that. And I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, it's gonna be trial and error. I don't have all the answers. I just going off of, you know, some of these novelty things that I know that right off the top of my head are good, not gonna scare the kids. Roman candles are always good too, especially if you get the ones without a report. Those are always really, really good too. You can just set them on the ground. They can watch them. Obviously, don't want to hold those on that. They also do make some glow-in-the-dark sparklers, which they won't burn you. Unless, I mean, obviously, if you hold on for a long period of time, it's going to cause an issue. But a quick spark or something to that effect won't hurt the child. So, again, that's why it has the glow-in-the-dark handle, like a glow stick, which we have those. Ask us about those. Those are actually new for this year at both locations, so pretty excited about those too. Like I said, definitely, you know, if you have any suggestions, when you watch this, if you have any, you know, a child with sensory or a family member with sensory, and you have something that has worked or an idea, definitely we want to know, because we want it to be a variety for everybody, not just, you know, one square peg. We want to think outside the box on that, okay? Another cool one is red, white, and blue. This one's Sky Pointer. This is really cool. Red, white, and blue comes out the top and out the sides. So 3 different colors. We like these, especially when we start these off with our shows. If you want to kind of get everything going, gives a little bit of a cool effect. And the kids like to see the colors. So definitely a good one there too, I would say that. An old favorite that's been around for a while that not a lot of people know about is called sliders. Now, sliders, the best way to describe them, they look like a little piece of a punk. And kids can just put them on the ground. They open the little package up. Here they are. They open the little package up. They put them on the ground, then they put their feet on it, and then they drag their feet on it. Makes like a little crackles, almost like a pop rock sound. Not very loud at all, but they would like that effect too. Not super crazy loud, just a little grinding noise, but it is something that the kids of all ages like. The snaps, probably not a good thing. You know, that's going to be maybe the white ones, pending your kiddo's tolerance, but definitely going to need to check that out for sure. And lastly, you know, one of these are pretty cool. I don't have the stick with me, but it's a Lucky Wheel. The Lucky Wheels are really cool. My kids love them. Like I said, Macy, she loves them. You just it comes with a stick, and it's a box of 3. I think they're $20 or something like that. But they come 3 of these in a box with 1 stick, and then the little peg that goes into the stick. So you put the stick in, you put the peg in the stick, and then you stick in here, and this actually spins around. So it spins around, and it does different effects. No crackles, just sparkles, which is really cool. The kids really, really like these. And yeah, I think that would be another fun thing that's out of the box a little bit. Like I said, we're going to shoot another video here with, I know, Silent Mode, Crisscross, and a few others that I'm thinking of off the top of my head that would definitely be very quiet. So hope you have a great week. We'll be in touch soon. We'll shoot another video out, and this is not just going to be a 1 video. We're going to probably do 1 or 2 more. And again, please make comments, and have a blessed day, and go Ape.